Now, as we talked in the introduction, our goal here is to explain one thing, and I want you to understand one principle, and that's called predator versus protector. Now, every man has to make a decision for himself whether he will go out in life and enter business, relationships, parenting as a predator or as a protector. Let me tell you something. Every time you find men in trouble with the law, in trouble with the government, in trouble in their marriage, mostly, and in trouble in with children, right? I'm going to tell you something. It's usually because they're acting as a predator. They're acting in predatorial ways. What does that mean? What do predators do? Well, they're taking advantage of other people. They're using them for their own good. Protecting is absolutely the opposite. And I'm going to tell you one key word I want you to remember from this video called empathy. Being a protector means that you have empathy and that you carry that all the way through your life. You carry it through in business dealings. Yeah, I know, I actually said that. Because when you go to the business table, and I've run a couple businesses, I can't tell you how many business meetings I've been in where it's all about drilling and drilling. I'll tell you what, I'll walk out of a meeting like that. I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't want to be in a business with a man like that who's a predator. I want to be in business with a man who I can have a relationship with, right? Where we can actually work together and get something done in a way that's respectful for both parties and creating a win-win. That is being a protector. It means that, yeah, we've got our non-negotiables here. You've got your non-negotiables. Now, how can we put these together and make a deal that's good for everyone? Now, when you enter into relationships, imagine predators are the ones out at the bar just wanting to get laid for the night, trying to figure out how to take care of their own needs. They don't really care about this girl. They'll string her along. They'll go on their own way. I'm telling you what, that's a predator. And you wonder why men have such a bad reputation. On the flip side, you can find a guy over here who goes, no, I really want to take care of a woman. It doesn't mean we aren't going to get intimate. It doesn't mean we won't get close. It just means that I'm always going to be having empathy for her and her position and her thoughts and what she wants. That's a different thing. You can actually do both of these things, and we're going to have a lot of deep talk about relationships a little bit later in this series. And we're going to teach you actually how to do that, because so many guys have no clue how to do that. They think you have to be a predator to actually succeed in relationships, and the opposite is true. Predators always get found out. I'm going to tell you why with broken relationships. It never works. A woman will figure out she's being used and abused, and she's going to turn the tables. If you're not that way, I'm going to tell you the other thing you're doing, and that is mean you're not being a protector, even though you may not be an exact predator, but you're actually stepping into the relationship and you're a coward. And you're letting her lead and her make all the decisions. Eventually, she will resent you for that, because a woman wants to follow a man in the right way. Don't get me wrong. We're not talking about weird levels of submission. I don't agree with any of that shit. I'm talking about real stuff here, man. A woman wants to know she can respect a man. She wants to know a man's protecting her and has her best interests at heart. It's simple. It's not rocket science here. And then we talk about children and parenting. A predator is out wondering how he can use his kids to get things. This is where we end up with pedophilia and all the child and human trafficking that's going on today. It's disgusting, it's perverted, and it needs to stop. And you know how that happens? Because men become predators. They might have started in business, it creeps into their relationships, it creeps into their relationship with children. I'm telling you, real father is a real protector. What does it mean to be a protector? Well, I'm going to tell you. Again, we're going to go right back to this word empathy. It means that you're out for the best interest of that person. What's really, truly best for them. Not you, not your own pleasures, not your own desires, not your own interests. It's just about outward focus. So men, the number one thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you're not a predator. Now listen, all of us have little predatorial struggles going on inside of us. I'm not saying everybody's perfect. You can get to the state of perfection. What I'm saying is, it's not your focus, right? My focus is to always be a protector. Yeah, I'm going to fuck this up sometimes. I already have. I've screwed up things with my kids. I've screwed up relationships. I've screwed up things in business. But you know what? I always had being a protector in view. And that is what you need to do, because then you can learn. So we're going to move on to our next lesson here in a little bit. And we're going to talk about being a leader or being a follower. And we'll go over that in just a minute. All right.